I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect this bike to be this controversial. So let me be clear. I did sell my Yamaha R1. Now hold on before you say anything. Please understand I'm not giving up Hypersports. Right next to me is my Ducati V4. I still have a 1000cc superbike. Not to mention, out of frame, I also have a 2023 S1000RR. I am not giving up super sports. I'm 22 years old. I have no reason to give up going fast, man. It's awesome. I still love it. I'm still young enough that these bikes don't break my back. I'm okay. That is not the reason why I bought this bike. I bought this bike because I've been riding super sports for pretty much 5 years now. I did have brief periods where I owned naked bikes and I had a Honda Grom for a little bit, but to be honest, those bikes didn't really teach me that much and I didn't own them for that long. So I've been riding for about 5 years. I've not had any major accidents, which I consider a good thing. However, I still think that there's a lot to motorcycle riding that I haven't really explored yet. I still can't do wheelies, man. I'm pretty awful at that. I had a brief period where I was trying to learn on my old 636, but then I witnessed someone crash really bad trying to do a wheelie, and ever since I just never tried again. Also, cornering, track riding, that's not really something that you can do on a 1000cc bike. And so I hit a crossroads where I own this Ducati V4. I barely got in the ride it because Ohio weather, but I own this bike. I have my S1000RR that I bought towards the end of last season. That was one of the best bikes, one of the best purchases that I've ever made. This bike is awesome. And then I have my R1, which I bought of July of last year. And after riding the incredible V4 and the S1000, I realized I live in Ohio. We only ride about 1/4 of the year. I don't get to ride my bikes as much as some people like I'm Kay who live in LA. Like that's awesome. You get to ride all year, but I don't get to do that. And so I don't see a point in having a collection of 1000cc bikes. I only get to ride a little bit of the year that all kind of ride the same anyway. So I made the decision to sell the R1. It sucks. I get a lot of people love the R1 and there's a lot of love in the community for that bike. And a lot of people wanted to see me own it, but to be honest, I owned it for half a year. I kind of feel like I got everything out of that bike that I wanted to. The V4 is basically the R1, but like way better. It rides the same. It sounds similar. I don't see the point in having the R1 and the V4. On days that I want to relax and like kind of chill, but also have the potential to go fast, I'm going to take the S1000. On days I actually want to go fast and like have a lot of fun with friends, I'm just going to take the V4. The R1 served no purpose. Well, I mean, it served a purpose, but like the V4 is just better at it. So the only time I'm going to ride the R1 is when the V4 is down. And to me, that just kind of sucks. So I'm selling the R1 to my friend today, who's probably going to get a lot more enjoyment out of it than I would. However, I still have room for one more bike. And so I decided to kind of go crazy and get something completely different than anything I've owned in the past. This is Ducati's brand new 698 Supermoto. This is a true Supermoto. This is not the Hyper 950 that's been out for a while. That bike weighs almost 450 pounds. It's a pig. When you sit on that bike, it feels fat. It feels dumb. I don't like that bike. This bike is the complete opposite of that. It is 330 pounds wet, which for reference, that bike is like 430 pounds wet. This bike is 100 pounds less than like pretty much anything that you'll find in the market. Meanwhile, with the exhaust, this bike is going to be pushing like 83 horsepower, I think, off the top of my head, right? We're talking a power to weight ratio similar to like a 600. Out of a bike that weighs 330 pounds. This thing is going to be an absolute monster when it's finally broken in and I can have fun with it. Now, this is not really a bike I see myself riding with friends a lot. This is going to be more for myself. This is the first summer that I'm not going to be working a job. Once I get out of school in May, I'm just going to be making videos full time until school starts up again in the fall. I'm fortunate enough that content creation can support me full time if I wanted to, but I'm not going to drop out of school. I'm going to finish, so still focused on that, but in the summer, I'm going to be doing this full time. And so there's going to be a lot of days where I can go riding, but a lot of my friends are working and they can't do content creation full time yet. So I figured that this bike would be perfect to get out in the world and explore a bit and learn more about riding on my own time while they're all busy. And then when my friends get off work, I can take out the S1000 or the V4 and have fun with them like I'm used to doing. But this bike will just be serving a different purpose. This bike will keep me out of trouble, keep me on the side roads, keep me from going fast on the days that I just want to go out and chill and have fun. This bike is super easy to just take out any day I want to. Since it weighs so little, I could just pull it out whenever I want, start it up. This bike, I can get dirty. I don't have to worry about scratching up fairings. It's just a dirt bike with street wheels. So I still understand people are really disappointed about the R1, but trust me, for myself, for what I want to do with riding, this is going to be the best decision I've ever made. Don't worry, I'll still be doing plenty of videos with the S1000 and the V4. That's probably what you're going to see me riding the most this summer anyway. Like, you guys won't even notice. But in terms of sharing everything I do, this is just the decision that I made. And so with that being said, we're going to go sell the R1 today, selling it to my friend Hunter, who also has a YouTube channel. So if you're still looking for more R1 content that's not really similar to mine, but like it's still unique in his own way, he has a YouTube channel and he's going to be making tons of videos with this R1. So if you want to see where that R1's going, I'm going to link him in the description. So he's a pretty cool guy. He lives pretty far away from me though, so probably not going to be filming too many videos together after this one, but still a really awesome dude. I love him. You guys are going to love him too. Anyway, with that being said, it's 28 degrees outside, so we're probably not going to be riding today, but we're going to be filming the whole process of me transferring the title over there. Let's go.